Who's ready to ride? My shooters got shooters. Once you're in the sight, our aim is the truest. You know I got soul and you know he a fighter. Call him the podcast piper, the smoothest of snipers. Red Dead Panda from the shadows, with a point of precision. The glue of the crew, an assassin with missions. And Nero the line, front line in the block. The shotgun of the truth, the podcast rock. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Tune in on your Saturday night. You can't miss, you won't miss. If you aim down sight. Aim down sight. Oh, aim down sight, yeah. Go. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Tune in on your Saturday night. You can't miss, you won't miss. If you aim down sight. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight. Aim down sight, we don't miss. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight.
Good morning, or good evening, or welcome from wherever around the world you're watching us live from. This is episode 63. I had to ask at the beginning of the show, to be fair. Episode 63 of ADS, or Aimed Down Sights. I'm super happy that we're here. I'm doing it from my parents' place, so I'm not at home, but we're doing it live anyway. All right. I just
Gotta
want to say
do
a
it.
big
Gotta
shout
get
out.
it done.
Yeah, gotta get it done. Yeah, you've got to be here. I just want to say a quick shout out to everyone who is going to be watching us after the fact. Those who are already here watching us live, and those who will be joining us um, as the podcast progresses. So, Reese, as per usual, lovely to see you, and Lord Roughness, always a good time when you are in the chat. I'm going to throw to Nero. What have you been up to? What have you been playing? And yeah, just it's always good to see you.
What's up?
Oh,
What's up? It's
good,
always good to
MC.
be back. I just want to double down on what you said, man. Shout out to everybody that listened to us live right now. Going to join later and watch later into the week and throughout the week. I know we got a lot of after the show listeners, so we really appreciate you guys for hearing this right now. Also, show today. This week and last week has been pretty slow for news. Panda is being one of the best daughters ever today, helping parents out with a lot of great work, doing a great job painting and all that type of stuff. So really appreciate her making time to still be here. Lyric as well. Lyric is one of the best chefs I know, man. So appreciate you coming on every Saturday. But yeah, man, not too long of a show today. Some good quick news, a few juicy main topics to talk about. But I just been gaming like usual, man. I finished Chronos: The New Dawn, by far my
Your
favorite
review.
new horror IP. Great. Just Blooper team absolutely cooked. Sound design, graphics, story. I just love the game. I have a review right here on the channel, so please check that out, guys. Whenever you get a free chance, if you like survival horror, I've been back to writing my reviews, trying to put more time and effort into them. And I also got a good old Madden rant. Fuck EA, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, man, just been gaming and enjoying life, man. Trying to the best of my ability. What you been up to, Larry?
Same old, man. Life is life. Life is life. You know what I'm saying? But I've been I've been lately having a little time to jump in a couple things. We just got off our nice little hell diver session not too long ago before the
Mm,
pod started. Still
such a good
still
game.
locked in on Veilguard. That's a long game. I didn't realize how long it was for real.
Yeah,
'Cause
decent length.
Lord have mercy. And then I'm
It's an
doing the
EA game.
I'm
They're gonna
making
make it long.
Man, I'm making a mistake of doing all the little side stuff because I want my little skill points. So,
That's how they get you. It's how they
hey,
get
look,
you.
I'm a
The
skill
skill point.
tree junkie. They'll tell you anything that has a skill tree in it, you got me. You halfway got me. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Mm.
I definitely been playing a lot of Veilguard. That's been the thing that I've been locked in the most right now. What about
It's
you,
really
Panda?
they were giving me shit before the show. Actually, they were mainly just Nero. To be fair,
Wait, what?
Lyric and I have mutual respect. Okay. um, no, I've been playing Borderlands 4 this week. And we're going to be probably talking about that. It's kind of why I was like demand polish games. But been playing that, enjoying that. Hopefully not too hearing too much background noise at the moment. Um, I've really touched a little bit on Helldivers, and I feel like that's kind of it. I haven't really been up too much, and obviously mentioned Nero. I'm at my folks' place, but I've been painting, so I've been painting a house for them, um, and it's been awesome. Yeah, I've had a pretty good week, and then in like 2 weeks' time, I'm gonna be over at PAX. Gonna get my hands on that ROG Xbox
The
LA
upcoming
X.
$1,000
Yeah,
console, if the
yep,
latest
gonna
price
get my
hikes is anything
hands on
to go.
that. Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be good. 2 weeks to go.
First Hands with
Um,
Panda is a good title.
thanks. That's my twin annoying me. We're doing the work together. Um, all right, okay. Well, let's crack into some topics. Before we do, just want to ask the chat. What have you been playing? What have you been up to? I saw Lord Ruffness saying it. He'd been switching between Mafia, the old country, and Borderlands 4. All good, all good. But yeah, just pop in the chat. You've been playing. What have you been up to? just nice to get in touch with the community.
Yep.
Let's kick off into some quick news. What have we got?
All right. Well, for the
Yeah,
first
you got
quick news, we got something I actually kind of care about.
I care about this too. I was real pissed off when I read it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Black Flag, one of my favorite in the series. So we got some new updates on a potential remake coming early next year, I believe. Removes the modern day and replaces them with more content in Edward's pirate era. Now, right away, for me, that's a plus because after Desmond died in the first, after the first few Assassin's Creed games, the modern days has always been filler for the most part, and I just don't really care about it. The gameplay is closer to RPG style of the newer AC games. I'm mixed on that because I do like the telegraph combat from before. The map is not
Mm.
bigger, but islands will be filled with more activities and side content, loot and gear stats for Edward. No loading screens when moving between ship and land. I don't remember loading screens being a thing in Black Flag. I don't know. Maybe it was.
I
In the
think for
release window
certain
is
aspects there were, yeah.
okay. And the release window, like I mentioned, is targeted for early 2026, likely March, could slip to late 2026. What are you guys' thoughts about this? Chat, let us know if you guys like AC. Do you think they should get rid of the modern day sections and the remakes? Love to know what you think.
When, when we're talking about those modern day sections, they're talking about the sections where you
Animus.
leave, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the animus section where
Mm-hmm.
you get out of the animus and you walk around and find out what's going on. I'm going to throw to you, Lyric. What are your thoughts on this? You a
Get it
Black
out of
Flag
here.
fan?
I'm with it. I'm with it. Take it on out of there. And give me more. Give me more pirate. Give me more. Give me
You want
more
the pirate
Black Flag.
shanties?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. They need to add some more shanties too, for real.
Yeah,
But
they do.
yeah,
They do.
I mean, I'm. I think for the most part, I think a lot of people will probably agree that the animus part though pushes the story can be a little tedious and
Mm.
break up the flow of the game a lot. So and plus they're talking about it's not like they just took it out, but they're replacing it with more content in the game itself. So I can't. I'm not gonna argue with that. And more Black
Yeah.
Flag, I can. I'm not mad at that. I'm just no, just don't mess it up. You know how that go.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm always of two minds. I feel like I understand the purpose of the animus to really understand like what the Assassin's Creed story is,
Mhm.
but because you're generally playing as someone who kind of knows about it, if you've played the original ones, those animus sections don't really count as much. But if you're going into it and you've never played AC games
Fine.
before,
Yeah.
that kind of adds a little bit of an element as to what's actually going on. But I also agree, like, especially in some of the newer titles, the anima sections really broke immersion and it just wasn't well paced around, or you suddenly did this
Yep.
big thing in the game and then you dropped out into the animus and then you're like, why? Like, at least with like the earlier titles, you kind of understood why you're getting pulled out and it was progressing the story around what was going on and the pieces of Eden and those sort of things. So I feel like they've done a really bad job with the newer games. I didn't play a lot of Black Flag, so I don't actually know what the anima sections like were in that game. So maybe someone else, whether it's you guys or someone in the chat, knows a little bit more in that respect. But I'm
A
of
lot
two
of
minds. Like
forgetful
I,
moments.
I like more gameplay, but I'm also like depends. It has to be used well, and it has to really progress the story and explain. Like it needs a purpose, right? And a lot of the times they haven't
Mhm.
been using it well.
I mean, they could have easily went with the optional option, which I think would have made more sense to
Someone
give
to
you
play with.
when, like, if you're playing it and you're getting to these sections where the animus is at, they can give you the option. Hey, would you like to re, you know, relive
Or
this
you have,
moment, or do this, or go and hop out of animus, and then you have the choice what to do. The problem was we had no choice before,
yeah, that's
so
true.
it's like so even
I
though
think
it
it's
did
a good
progress the
call out.
story, because I'm with you with that, it does give you a lot more purpose when you find out some of the
What's
things
going
that
on?
happens outside of it. Just having that option would be, like you said, for people that's new to it, they can experience it. For us that's more versed in the Assassin's Creed world and lore, we can just be like, nah, I'm good, just give me a couple text boxes and I'll be all right, or give me some still shots and I can move on from there. So Um, I think I'm being, you know, obviously
Mm,
biased on for it's my own opinion that I would like for it to be taken out, but I can see where it could. I mean, it depends on how well they do it, but it could be an issue for people that's newer to the game. They
counterproductive.
could
I think I like that idea.
or
Thought
newer to
about
the series.
just started playing the Plucky Squire because I've also been playing that. I forgot about that. But there's an option in there where you're like, they give you some choices when you're starting the story around how you want to progress the story. Like, do you want more like a less handheld experience in the sense of the amount of
Hmm.
text that they'll put up on screen and those sort of things. So they give you a few options. It would be good if you started that and you got to choose like for those who just wanted the story experience, they could have the animus, and those who want, or just to choose, I want the ones with animus in it, or I just want a streamlined version without the animus in it.
Yeah,
Would be nice. Yeah.
us
Oh, what's up,
that don't
Big
want
Money?
it, they could have definitely just gave us like some still shots with some words on the screen. You know what I'm saying? That would have been fine
Yeah,
for us.
yeah, would have been fine. Would have been fine. 100%, 100%.
It's all
Um,
about the execution. So at the end of the day, I feel
yeah. 100%, 100%. Neri, anything else you want to add?
Nah, I'm just in the same boat with Lyric. I think you should get rid of him. I absolutely love Assassin's Creed, but you know, if they remake even more of them, I'm cool with those modern day sections not being there. I feel like it added a unique twist in the first few games. But as we moved away from Desmond after he passed away, I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. I think that's his name, right?
Yeah,
But
you're right.
as we
Desmond.
move
Yeah.
forward, it's just like, who
Well,
cares? You know, it
I
kind of disrupts the flow of the game.
I felt like it
Hmm.
was leading to something in the sense of I really felt in my idea around where the story was probably going that you were going to see a lot more of like modern day aspects of them because you've got what's happening in the past, yes, but what is happening outside in the real world with the assassins and with the Templars and like how modern day. I always thought there would be a story there that you could be running around in the real world and fighting in that respect, but it never kind of progressed that way. They've always just kind of kept that historical aspect, um, which we all know and love. But I always felt like, wouldn't the war eventually spew out into today, and wouldn't you get to play in that story or timeline at one point, and you only get snippets of it. So I think they're doing the potential disservice for it. Yeah, who knows?
It would be dope
Hi,
if they
Taylor.
had more branching, a little bit more branching when it comes to that, and things that you did outside of it actually change what you played inside of it, and vice
Yeah,
versa.
I
yeah,
say
That
just
would be
give us a modern day AC game. You know, the
yeah.
both sides still exist. I mean, you
And in
know,
the past, people go into the future and play in the future. No, I'm kidding.
great.
Jokes.
anything would be better than the slop they give us in modern day times. All
Yeah,
right, so
yeah.
the next piece of news is a rumor, so take this with a grain of salt. But where there's smoke, there's usually fire.
Fire.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 will release on PS5 this November with a new edition. According to this initial information, the game will release with a new edition later this year. So, and that came from, I like the source who these rumors come from so people can judge.
Nate the Hate? Was it Nate the Hate?
Yeah, I believe Nate the Hate. And he's pretty
Wow.
he's pretty he be hitting. He be all of them miss. You know what I'm saying? Every
Mm,
leaker, every one of those guys got some misses under their belt. But Nate, hey, he be factual. Now, if he wrong about this alleged state of play coming, now I'm gonna start looking at him a little different. But apparently, you know, it's a big state of play coming too. So we'll see how that all plays out
yeah. Yeah, that's meant to be coming this week? Coming?
next week. Yeah, this upcoming week. Yep, you're right. My bad. Yep, this upcoming week.
You're all good. You're all good. Don't worry. It's the weekend, Nero.
Yeah, all right.
It's your Saturday and my Sunday. And
Yep.
I'm not anywhere closer just because I live in the future. What's up, Becca? And what's up, Tell Us Ray? I'm
I mean, it's
actually,
flight sim at the end of the day.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, some people are gonna
It
like it,
makes
some
sense.
people aren't. Yeah. It makes
Makes
sense
sense.
for it to go to for PlayStation, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm.
I wonder why it took so long. Actually,
Yeah, me too.
Well, this is
because
the
I don't think
2024 version,
20.
right? This is the newest iteration,
Yeah,
Yeah,
not the original one that launched in 2020.
yeah, this is the newer version.
the, to me, like I mean, I haven't played it in a while, but I know at launch it was not good.
They
Yeah,
were using the Series
It
S
did
to
not launch
optimize
well.
for the PlayStation. That's all they were doing. That's why it's taken so long.
it was doing something, but that shit did not look well. And I know a lot of
Yeah,
people who was
It
really
looked
hyped for
good,
it
pretty
was
good
man,
let
on the
I
app.
down.
definitely, yeah, definitely. A lot of things didn't work with that. The VR wasn't working
Mm.
properly. Like it just didn't run well.
Shout out to the
Like
homie
20.
Black Viking. He was super fucking excited for that shit leading up to lunch, and he was extremely
I,
disappointed.
I think the 2024 version has come a long way compared to what they delivered the first time, because it was like their first time doing a game like this, a Sobo, based off what the original Microsoft Flight Sim, and then you can definitely see what they've learned in this new iteration of it. And it's probably better that they didn't get the original Flight Sim when everyone else did. That they get this other version because they get a more like polished
I
and
feel
more
like Flight
content in it.
Sim 2024 was a step back from the first Flight Sim Asobo and then put out prior to this. Because
There was a lot
this is
more
100%
separate
content in it, right?
performance wise.
Or performance wise.
performance wise and just
I think it's because
day
they're doing
one
a lot
wise.
more different things with it,
Mhm.
right? Like you've got the careers and that you can do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't know because I don't play that shit, and I'm not gonna come on the pod and pretend I do. For the people on PlayStation excited to play it, I hope they love it. I hope it hits. I hope it's a good
It's
port.
definitely something to at
Yeah,
least try out. Like the experience,
Yeah.
there's no like experience like that when it's running properly. That's the problem. If it's running
Mm,
properly, it's a beautiful game, one of the best looking games I've ever seen. And like the ability to, if you know your coordinates from your house, you can literally fly over your house. You know what I'm saying, and see different monuments and places in the world. So it's a beautiful experience and
yeah.
game. It just has to work. It has to work because
Yep.
flying in that plane with stutters and at these
Mm.
weird frame rates is not fun.
yeah.
Not fun at all.
I'm happy you played it so you can attest to it because I personally haven't.
I've played a bit of it.
I haven't played it recently though, so hopefully it's ironed out a lot of that stuff.
They
I know the
always
PC
get the
community is
Say
PlayStation
so.
really
port
big.
perfectly fine. PlayStation never got to deal with bad Xbox port. Only Xbox fans got to deal with bad Xbox port. Stop me when I'm
Oh,
lying. It's the truth. It's the
You're not
truth.
wrong. You're not wrong. And then Xbox deal with bad ports the other way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that Helldivers port wasn't too
Mm.
ideal.
Oh
well,
yeah.
man, let's give all of
But
them, a
yeah.
little leeway because this is new to them. This is new to all of them, moving things around. It's the future, but it's new to them.
Yeah. I
So
think
I,
there's
I
gonna
think
be teas.
we're gonna start seeing better ports. We're gonna start seeing
Yeah.
these games almost identical in their
We gotta
releases
start
on
we've
both
gotta
platforms.
start gotta start seeing developers put more time around optimization. I think that's where they really need to put time into at the very
Yep,
end, especially for the different versions they're creating. Yeah, they really
they're
need
getting
to.
exposed. That's because they're getting exposed. You got
What
some
are
of
you
these
talking about?
studios,
Borderlands
yeah.
4?
Because you look at something like the Battlefield situation, I guess. Um,
Are we
they
jumping in?
they
Are
they
we
were.
jumping in? Yeah,
I didn't even know if it was up there.
it's in there. You can go.
Well, I mean, I guess since it segues into it, the Battlefield situation with how they're the them optimizing for the Series S helped every other version of the game, which I mean makes sense. I think it's just getting to a point where those studios and these devs are starting to get exposed, just like
Yep.
with Larian, that if you just take your time and actually put in the work, there is no real reason why you can't have these things optimized. There's no way. When you look at a game like Battlefield, if they can get that to run there, then what are we talking about? Like that game is the dynamic nature of the game, the destruction of the game, like everything that goes on in that game is way more extensive and I'm pretty sure very heavy than a lot of these other games. And if they can get it right, then that means y'all just not taking y'all time. Y'all trying to push
Yeah.
something out and trying to hurry up and capitalize on it.
Laziness,
And then
rushing,
exactly. And
money
then
hungry.
so when us as consumers say, hey, we're not gonna buy your game, don't get mad. It's on you.
Mm,
Start taking your time and giving us a reason to.
yeah. People, I know there's so many of us who want to buy a game day one and enjoy it from day one to avoid spoilers, and everyone gets
Hmm.
excited for this, and then you just feel like the whole community's coming together to enjoy a game. But just in the back of your mind, you're always thinking, is the game going to be worth buying it day one and picking it up? Or am I going to be beta testing a game? And then they're
Yeah.
going to have to patch it 1,000 times. It's really hard now because there's not many devs, I feel, that like get a lot of fanfare that deliver a polished game.
Hmm.
It's usually smaller devs that don't get a lot of fanfare that deliver a polished game, and so you don't hear a lot of that because they don't have all that, I guess, marketing and everything behind it and the conversations
A lot
behind
of pressure
behind the
that come
game.
with that.
Yeah. Stop
But
shitting
that's
the
bed, you
bed,
get paid.
guys.
That's
Stop
why
shitting
y'all
the
got the
bed and
big.
just deliver a product.
Exactly. That's why y'all got the big publishers behind y'all. That's why y'all getting paid what y'all getting paid. The pressure comes with that. But you got when
That's
you got a
why.
big studios, y'all got big publishers. Pressure gonna come with it. So it's just a matter of delivering. Because then when you don't deliver, and then we don't buy these games or we don't play these games, then we have to come up here on ADS podcast and talk about how y'all
Hmm.
complaining in articles about poor sales and poor performance. That's on you.
Yep.
Poor performance leads to poor performance. That's it. That is what it is.
But
Yep.
it's even worse when you've got the arrogance from a company that then talks about the fact that, like, Randy, for example, Borderlands 4, the game's worth $80 type thing, like, figure out a way
And
to
then
buy it. And then the complaining about these PCs that aren't performant enough, but like you've put your recommended specs, and these recommended specs are struggling to run this game. Um, and then you are blaming everyone else, but you can't just acknowledge, hey, we did not deliver an optimized game. We're sorry, we're working on it. No, he's arrogant and he's burning bridges because the community will remember that crap.
yeah, how you gonna
They do.
talk trash to the people that's putting money in your pocket at the end of the
Yeah,
day?
you don't like, we're experiencing this. You can't just ignore those experiences because they're valid, and you can't ignore your consumers because you don't have a job without consumers. So, like,
I think
customers always
the
right at the
problem,
end of the day, right?
especially here,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't need to, we don't have to. There's plenty of things to enjoy and play. I think the
Mm,
problem is that because how media is consumed now, and we have so many ways of getting a hold of information. Before, you would have to have gotten the game to find out that it doesn't play well and
mm,
or it's not optimized and stuff like that. But information is so easily accessible now that people find out. You know what I'm saying? Outside of us, that like if you're a hardcore fan of a franchise, you're gonna get the game. Like at the end of the day, like I got Dying Light 2 day one. I'm a fan of Dying Light. Was it the best it could be? Nowhere near it. Luckily, Techland works on their game, but by the time they worked on it, I still ain't came back to the game yet for real. So like
yeah.
it's but for most people that are like on the fence and stuff like that, they have these outlets to let them know what's going on and what's not working properly. And then,
Mm,
it's costing these studios and all these publishers. And I mean, I ain't got no sympathy for them. Like you got a
yeah.
job to do. You ain't gonna do your job. Then that's on you. You deserve whatever comes with not doing that job. So it is what that.
If I
You're
ever
not
did
wrong.
my job lazily in life, I would I
Exactly.
get held accountable for it. It's funny how devs always, well, we shouldn't call the devs
They get
lazy or that's
all this,
inconsiderate. They get
man.
all the slack in the world, man. Nah, fuck y'all. If we gonna have y'all back when y'all get laid off, then we need to hold y'all
Hmm.
accountable when y'all are laid on and still doing a horrible fucking job. Like that shit not cool. And I consider myself a part of the Borderlands community. I beat and played every one. But when he made those comments, I decided to take a stand. And then I seen it was UE5. That's another reason I didn't pre-order it. But I'm gonna be honest. I get it. People enjoy their games, they love their games, but I'm disappointed in the Borderlands community because I feel like this should have been a time where we make a stance. When you say the shit he said leading up to launch, and then you launch the game and it's running horrible everywhere. This game should have been getting record-breaking number of refunds. Now I get it. On PlayStation, it's hard to get refunds, but on Xbox, zero excuse. On PC, zero excuse. You guys should have got refunds, should have put your money where your mouth is at, and went out and supported a better game like Chronos the New Dawn. Shout out Blooper. Check out the review if you haven't.
I can't support it, sadly. It's too scary.
Yeah. Well, that's horror. But
I could, I
literally
would.
anything else, man.
I did. I bought Plucky Squire.
Yeah. But geez, and I get that people are enjoying the game. That is A-okay. But if you're enjoying this game and you spent $70 on it, I don't want to hear a fucking thing about Spider Cube. Shut the fuck up. Don't speak on no Redfall. If you're a fucking PlayStation dick rider, don't speak on no fucking Spider-Man if you're an Xbox dick rider, because you guys went out and bought shit that you knew was gonna be bad. You knew was gonna run bad. So come on, man. It's like, when are we gonna keep this same energy all around the board? I see the same people who make fun of Sony games, or on the other side, make fun of Xbox games that came out at 30 or came out running bad, this, that, and the third. These same people is eating up this fucking slop of a game. I might do a rant soon on Borderlands. That shit is a fucking scam. I don't give a fuck what right steps they improve when the game is running worse than it did than any other games ran on the 360 or the fucking PS4. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here with that.
And then it's like it's the weird entitlement they have, because how often do these studios come out with games that don't run well, and then they ain't got no apologies, they ain't got no, hey, we know this, we gonna fix this, and we got this free content on the way for this, blah blah blah. A lot of these just be like, just wait, we're patching.
They want us to buy the game.
Gearbox is usually pretty good
Yeah.
at giving out content anyway, but it's just the fact that they
should be giving out free content as a result to the people who purchased it early.
Like what Nero said about the refund, that should have been on the studios anyway. Studios should be like, hey, if anybody feels like, we're gonna work hard on getting this game together, we apologize for the optimization issues or whatnot. If anyone needs refunds, we'll gladly be able, or we'll refund you for the game. If you believe in this and you stick with us, we promise to, they just give some kind of moniker of good faith when it comes to this.
What I'm saying,
but they just
apologize, right?
Starfield was a way more polished game day one, 30 FPS and all. Listen, when you watch that Digital Foundry video, when your performance mode is dropping into the fucking 30s and 20s on the Series X and PS5, you might as well have it at a lock 30, like what Starfield and Redfall did. At that point, the trade-off is like, goddamn, what are we doing here? I'm just tired of people not keeping that same energy. You same guys who just fucking want to thrash every other game when it fits your narrative, the shit on the platform that you don't play on no support, you guys do it. But these very same people and all these PC Master Race people is buying this game in record numbers. Like, and I don't want to be the Grinch. Enjoy the fucking game. I'm gonna enjoy it for $30 on Black Friday as well. Maybe next month it'll be on sale. Hopefully,
I didn't buy my game at full price.
Nah, talk your shit, because this sets precedence.
Yeah, it sets a precedent.
That's the only way to do it.
I'm sorry, because it's killing me not to get Metal Gear Delta Remake. I want to play that game so bad. I fuck with Kojima heavy. I want to play it. I'm forcing myself to hold off for a sale. I'm forcing myself because we can't keep rewarding these devs giving us bad fucking games.
It's safe to say this generation been the worst when it comes to optimization in games.
Facts.
Well, I think it's just bad when these companies go, we think our
and they have not put out more. This generation has had the least amount of output in the most unoptimized games
and the most fucking price increases.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like, we're doing everything backwards right now. We're going up in prices. We're getting less games. Well, from the bigger ones, like most of our games are coming from smaller studios, indie studios, double A studios that are stepping up to the plate. But we're getting less games from the quote unquote big guys, and then when they're coming out, these games are not coming out how they should be. Lord Roughness.
Yeah, with the $5.
Shout out to him.
You want to read it out loud?
Sure. So many times this gaming generation turns into an echo chamber. Picked up Borderlands 4 day one on PC and having zero issues with FPS display. I mean,
You're
Nah, you
lucky.
can't.
So
You
we're
can't.
I'm
we're
You
glad
ha-
you're
can't.
we're
having
You
no
we're,
can't.
ha-
issues.
we're
Listen.
we're happy for you having
Yeah,
not
I'm happy
having
for
no
you. I'm
issues,
happy
but
you're having a
it's
great experience. But when
yeah,
95% of the fucking player base is having a horrible experience, I love you, Lord
facts.
Roughness, but it's not no remove FPS because we don't pay this money to get bad performance. Like the Series X is more
Mhm.
expensive than it's ever been. The PS5 is more expensive than it's ever been. PC gaming is fucking expensive. If you got a PC that's running that game good, you either got thousands of dollars invested into that rig for one, because Digital Foundry is doing reviews with the top end rigs run fucking horrible. And if not, you got your settings down below than what the
Pretty much.
fucking Series S is running. So it's one or the other. You either got an overkill ass PC or you got your settings down way below fucking minimum. This game, look, man.
He's using Randy
all the
Pitchford's
tweaks you have to all the tweaks you have to do to get it to
setup.
run properly or whatnot.
Yeah,
But not
Yeah.
like you said, like it's if you're
I'm
not
happy
getting
you
if
enjoying
you're
it
not
though,
having no
Lord
issues,
Roughness.
like
Honestly,
we
yeah,
absolutely we're happy that.
What's
But
up,
I
if
love
the
Demo?
that for you,
mass
bro.
majority is having issues, you can't deny that and you can't just
I mean,
escape that. I didn't
I
like I talk about Redfall all the time that I didn't have a lot of the issues that I guess other people had playing the game,
I haven't
but that don't take away from the fact that it launched
I
not in a
haven't
good state
run
at all.
into a lot of performance issues when I've been just playing one or two players. But once you add a third or a fourth player in, nah, you're fucked in Borderlands. But there are other things like marking your stuff to put it in the trash, and sometimes the mark button doesn't work, so you have to
Mm.
do it a slightly different way. And so there are definite bugs. I've had pretty good performance. For what I've been playing, but I definitely know that that is not the case for everyone. And I definitely know that I feel like compared to what I've been hearing on the horror stories on PC, that I've had a pretty good run of it compared to some of the people on PC. Yeah.
And thank you again,
I
Lord
think
Roughness. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I just wanted to
absolutely.
thank him
Thank you
because
for
I went on a. I just want
for
you
that.
to know my beef isn't what necessarily the
It's
game just
next gen
running
villain,
bad
right?
either. My beef is what not. My beef is what the fucking response to how the game is
Yeah.
running bad. Telling people to upgrade their PCs, restart the app if it's having a memory leak on PlayStation and Xbox. Bro, that's not the response, bro. That is tone deaf. You
Where's
know what
the
I'm saying?
sorry?
And it's like, damn,
We'll
you
tighten it up.
Do
All
what
right,
CD Projekt Red did. They came out and they apologized for Cyberpunk,
they game
and then
got
they worked
pulled
their
too,
butts off to get it fixed.
and that thing got
But
pulled
no,
and
yeah, it did.
and refunded and all that. What she said, console players are at the mercy of developers. PC can adjust. I agree, but I also kind of disagree. I think everybody's at the mercy of the developers at the end of the day because if you have a PC and you have to adjust it to where you're running settings less than what we're running, then you're still you're not winning.
if they could adjust it
Mm.
as
If you
good
have
as
if
they
you have
mentioning, it wouldn't be as much outrage. If you could just
that what
simply adjust it and the
exactly.
game runs smooth, like you guys are saying in the comments, then it wouldn't be sitting at a fucking whatever it's sitting at on Steam. You know what I'm saying? People
If
won't
I
be
got
upset.
this PC that's supposed to be this beast, and then I got to turn around and turn my settings down to you know
That defeats the purpose.
1200p just so I can run at 80 frames, then am I really winning at the end of the day?
At that point, get a pro for a fraction of the price that
You running
everybody
the
say is not
same
worth it.
settings, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
Crazy
we
work.
all at the mercy of these developers at the end of the day. And that's the problem is that you have some of them that work hard to make sure that their games like they take pride in what they put out. And then the other ones, you know, I ain't gonna say that. I don't think any developer doesn't take pride in their game. I think it's a lot has to do with the publishers that are over them that's telling them you have to put
Some
this
take more
game out.
pride than others, though. And that's
Yeah,
in
that's
any
true.
work. That don't matter if it's music, if it's artwork. We got to keep the same energy with these devs too. Some work
Mm.
it. Some people put more effort into their work to their day-to-day job than others. Some people literally don't give a fuck about the performance. Some devs don't care because, like we said, they're gonna look how much money them Borderlands devs is raking in right now. It's the most successful Borderlands launch in the series, and it's the worst launch in the
Ow.
series. You think they
I don't
care?
know how
You think they
that.
got sympathy for us who spent $80 on that shit? After
Yeah.
taxes, depending on where you live and where around the world, some places it's $100. So I mean, come on, man. And it's
And
this
I'll
is
say
what they
this a
was
million
willing
times.
to charging
2K
80 for,
games,
by the way, before
2K
the game.
games,
What?
we know
Right.
This is why I
they
like
hard.
the sorry, what were you saying, Lyric?
I was just saying 2K games as a whole is horrible. They have some franchises that they allow their time to live,
Work with.
i.e. Rockstar and GTA, or even like I think they give a little leniency to like a Mafia or something like that. But some of these other franchises, they just can be like, hey, you need to put this out
Hung
now.
out to dry.
And You
Yeah.
just need to do this, and whatever comes with it, because they knew there's no way that they put out that game and didn't know it wasn't running well. It's impossible.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's an isolated issue. It's not like it's only this console, only this certain thing. Everybody on every platform, not everybody, but on every platform, people are having issues. So there's
Severe
no way you couldn't
issues.
have known it was there. So that means you put it out knowing
Yeah.
it's not going to work and say, you know what, we'll just deal with it later because we just need to put it out and capitalize on people being hype for it. And
Yeah.
that's what they're doing. They just capitalize on our hype. And at that point, it's just like, that's I mean, it creates a disconnect between us and these studios and these devs and stuff because, and I know sometimes it's kind of unfortunate because I really honestly believe that a lot of these devs are not the issue. It's
Yeah.
more so the people over them that's telling them it has to happen. Because
Would,
when you look at these indies and these smaller studios, they take their
mm.
time because they don't have nobody breathing down their neck saying they need to release tomorrow. But what you was gonna say, Pen? I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, if we look at the news around Battlefield 6 and how they used the Series S because it wasn't running well on that and optimized that, and we're able to get performance um, to run even smoother on the other platforms. Sometimes coding to the lower end system is helpful because you get those performance gains in the higher spec systems, like what we heard around was it Baldur's Gate 3 and how they the work that they did with that and optimizing it for the Series S around the RAM and such, or RAM allocation, um, just meant that they could take those learnings and deliver those performance gains to the other platforms and the other systems in order
Exactly.
to deliver a more polished game. And I like
Hmm.
those stories, and I like hearing about these developers finding better ways to utilize the system because they're few and far between those conversations. Our like the headlines and the things that we mainly moan about are the developers who aren't doing this and aren't
Hmm.
providing a polished game on the other end. And I'm sick of that being what we talk about. It's really nice to just go, let's talk about a really polished game.
It's
Let's
Yeah.
talk about
exhausting.
something that yeah, I get sick of it. Um, yeah,
And I agree,
it's
Demo. I'm not saying every game that releases broken on PC because in reality, every game that releases everywhere isn't broken everywhere. You know what I'm saying? These are just the rare examples where I think like we should be more standing on 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? And not just PC or Xbox or play, but just like as a whole. It's like
yeah.
they're not being considered when it comes to taking our money. You know what I'm saying? Full price day one. So we should start being just a little more aware as a whole, as a community. You know, you can't police how people buy games and shit like that, but it's just like, goddamn, it's just like the inconsistency is real. You know,
Or roughness with another 5.
oh yeah,
I'll
appreciate
pop
you,
it up in
brother.
a
And
second.
shout
He
out,
said
B-Mo.
what I'm
Be
he
more
said what
gamer.
I'm saying. Some games get more moment smoke than others for the same thing. How many games come out with issues and then come the patches? I agree,
I
but
agree. That's my whole point.
I think a
I'm
lot of the
saying
games
let's
that
keep
get
that
moment
energy.
smoke are games that are when you got these huge, they got the budgets, they got the backing. That's the reason why I think they're getting more smoke is because like there's no reason why a game
Put more
like
eyes on them, right?
Borderlands, like we're talking about Borderlands, like we're talking about the franchise of Borderlands, and four being one of a hugely anticipated game. There's no reason you drop that like that. That's why Battlefield, them devs at Dice, they knew they could not drop Battlefield terribly. They can't
They
because
can't.
Battlefield is hanging on by a thread. But there's a lot of people love that franchise, me included. So I'm looking at Battlefield with that eye, like, I need you to get it together because I really want to get back to Battlefield. So when you have a franchise like that, it's like, why are you playing like that? Because what happened now is that when you do come out with another Borderlands, there's a lot of people that are gonna say, I skip that.
Mm,
Yeah.
I'll
And,
wait.
and like I said, I like Borderlands, man. I'm happy as fuck. Like, bro,
Me too.
don't let my negativity fool you guys. When I see Panda saying she's enjoying the game, performance wise aside, when I see Demo saying he's enjoying the game despite the issues on PC performance wise, when I see my homie Gritty saying he's enjoying it on the PS5 Pro despite it running shit everywhere, I'm happy my friends are enjoying the game. But I also have to keep the same energy. I made fun of Spider Cube when that shit was a cube swinging around the city. I'm gonna make fun of this game too.
We
That
have
shit
to
not
demand
cool.
more out of them
We
anyway.
we have to demand more. We
Because
got to, bro. And I agree with you, Lord Roughness. That's the only reason I'm being hard on Borderlands, because it's like, yo, the way the industry held back Starfield, some of people critiques
Mm,
about Starfield was
we
it being
talk so
30 on
much trash
console.
about the optimized games. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like whether you enjoy the quote unquote content, like legitimately, because we know there's a lot of people that just out there grifting in real time. But like if you don't like the content of the game, that's cool. But we
mhm.
gave so much shit to these games that came out optimized. They ran flawlessly, but we giving them shit. But then
Yeah.
these games that come out and don't run well because we like the franchise, or we like, not saying y'all in the chat, but like the industry itself, because they want to defend these franchises that they love, or these studios and stuff that they love, they get passes. This
Mm,
they get ratings. Like it's crazy how some of these games get rated and
yeah.
reviewed, and the scores they get, it's like,
That's what I'm like.
oh
When
man,
when is
they got
lyric,
performance
bro?
issues. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
performance
When are
issues.
they gonna
They
review that
pick and
shit?
choose. They pick and choose. Redfall got knocked because of its fucking performance.
Performance. Yep.
Starfield got knocked because of its performance.
It was at
Now
30.
we
And
know
it
Spider-Man 2 didn't get knocked by like the media because they're biased, but on a gamer wide scale, a lot of you guys knock Spider-Man for being one of the most unpolished PlayStation sports in
and
years.
that was
All I'm
just because we
asking,
expected more out of Insomniac
exactly. All
because
I'm
of how well
asking,
they do.
and why can't we expect more from Borderlands? What fucking
That's true.
Borderlands has released in the series that ran like shit day one? None of them. None of them.
Mm,
Even back on the PS4 and the
Yep.
360, they all was good running games for what they was able to do on the hardware.
yep.
You guys let Metal Gear Solid sell fucking 1,000,000 copies in a couple days while running like shit everywhere. So gamers is the problem just as much as the devs, because we never
Facts.
stand on nothing until it's time to say,
Facts.
"Hey, I hate Xbox, so now their game's running bad day one. Let's tear it
I'm
down."
talking shit.
Oh, I hate
Mm,
PlayStation, so their game's
Hmm.
running horrible. Let's tear it down. I hate Nintendo.
Well, we
You can
can't
hate
say
them
that
all
about
day.
them.
They shit gonna
None of
sell
the,
like hotcakes, so it ain't no point
and
hating Nintendo.
that we ain't never heard them having optimization issue, because Nintendo has that stamp on their games.
Facts,
They not gonna play about their games. They gonna run
facts.
well
That's a fact. I
every
can't wait
time.
to get my Switch 2, bro. Every day these prices go up. Switch 2 is looking like more of a bargain, man. I'm sorry. Let's move forward because we do got Panda for limited time, guys. So we can talk about
Yeah.
Randy Pittsburgh
Absolutely.
fucking tone death and these bad UE5
Till we're blue in the
games.
face.
Exactly. Until we blew in the face. All right. So we got Alien Incursion Evolved Edition coming to Xbox Series X and S alongside PS5 and PC September 30th. The reason I put this in here is because initially this was only coming to PS5 and PC. I think this started as a VR game, and it's pretty much being ported and upgraded to be like a console game. So I like Alien. I know a lot of our listeners like the Alien show that's on Hulu. I'll be seeing you guys in Discord talk about it, so I definitely check this out.
Mm.
Y'all plan to check that out, or probably something like
Absolutely.
Depends how scary
Absolutely.
it is. Is it scary? I haven't actually looked at the gameplay for it, to be
probably
fair.
will be a little bit scary. Yeah,
See,
Laura
I like the
Roughness, man.
movies, but I won't play the game.
I rock with you, bro. I love you, brother. I just don't want you to think like, or anybody in the chat that's enjoying
No, we
Borderlands. I don't want y'all to feel like this my energy is directed towards y'all. It's just frustrating some of the shit that Randy has said. We all know he's an idiot. Don't get me wrong, I love Borderlands. The moment this
yeah.
shit go on sale, I'm fucking in there. Like that's just
Same.
it is what it is. Like
And
I fuck with
we
Gearbox. I fuck with
absolutely
Borderlands.
happy that especially someone in this community, the people in this community. I hope all of y'all play the game and it runs well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's like at the end of the day,
What's up, Web Dave?
I
What's
want
good,
everybody to
Dave?
be the outlier if
Hope
it
you had a good
can
show.
be. But
Yeah.
these games is wild.
Be More
But
Gamer X says games made by
Alien
AAA
Incursion,
developers
definitely.
and coming out broken for $70, $80 or $80 is crazy. Well, AA
Told
developers
you,
are killing it.
it's them publishers, man. Them AA developers and them indies, they don't have somebody looming over them, watching over they seat, talking about, hey, when is this coming out? When is this coming
Yeah.
out? When is
Yeah.
this coming out? But
100%.
these publishers, man, they rough.
100%.
But yeah, I'm gonna try the Alien Incursion out myself. So
For sure. Chat, if y'all gonna check that out, please let us know. Okay, so I love Anna Perner. I'm pretty sure Lyric put me onto them. I fell in love with them
Oh,
because they
okay.
did Stray as well. What was the one guitar game you love, Lyric? They got some fucking bangers under their belt, man. Annapurna is a great indie,
They are great.
little indie studio. Anyway, we
Artful
got it.
Escape.
Yeah, Heartful Escape, great game. We have a interactive direct from Tokyo announced for September 23rd. Look, next week, guys, we got a lot of great news coming. Xbox, I believe they're gonna announce the next Forza Horizon game, man. Don't forget, we got some Halo news coming later this year. I forgot if it's October or November, but we got some good news coming, man. I know it's unfortunate with these price hikes and this crazy economy we're living in, but you know, over at ADS, we try to find some positive. So I'm looking forward to all the news that's gonna be coming out of Tokyo when I wake up in the morning next week. Because those shows be happening at like 5 a.m. Eastern time. So
Yeah.
hopefully we see some cool little stuff. I would love a Stray too, personally. I like Stray.
Give me another Artful Escape.
What
Locked
I
in
want, I know,
21
Artful
game of
Escape,
the year.
beautiful. I want a Tinykin too. I
Hold on. Heineken is from them too?
No, I just want a Tinykin.
Oh, I was about to say, get the fuck out of here. These guys are goats if that's from them too. I was gonna say, what the fuck can't
No,
they do?
what was I gonna say? Stray, I would love if they did a Stray 2 and allowed you to pick your cat, like the color of your cat and stuff, because I just want a choice. What's next on our list?
All right. Marvel versus Capcom Fighting Collection arcade classics have sold over 1 million units.
Ooh, well
I am
done.
not a part of that 1 million yet.
Me neither.
All right. We got Team Cherry has honored. Now, this is dope. This is freaking dope. Team Cherry has honored a Hollow Knight fan, Seth Goldman, and Silksong as a boss fight character. Studio worked with
I
Seth,
saw
who
that.
reportedly passed away. I mean, not reportedly, but who sadly passed away due to cancer in 2019. I love when fucking devs do this, man.
So do
I love that. And I wasn't like Silksong is not on my it's on my backlog to get or to play, whether it's Game Pass when I resub this upcoming month or pick it up for 20. It's just I have so many games and platforms I gotta beat first that I would feel like a dishonor to myself going to grab something I know I'm not gonna touch for a while. But this is dope, man. And you know, I'm hoping the Elder Scrolls do it with the Skyrim grandmother. I
Man,
pray
if they
she's
don't
here.
look,
Yeah.
I think they already said that. I think she already said that
They're doing something.
they are reached out to her and everything. So
Mhm.
I think she's gonna be in there. But yeah, that would be crazy if they didn't.
She's gonna be in the next Elder Scrolls game.
I still be watching her videos now.
Yeah, every so often I watch her stuff. She's so cool.
She's fun.
Shout out to Team Cherry, man. That's absolutely dope to see. All right, and
Yeah.
we got in 1 week, which is pretty much this upcoming week. You know, like I said, guys, we got a lot of news coming up this upcoming week. Kojima
Yeah.
Productions will reveal a glimpse into future projects. Hideo Kojima is hosting the upcoming Beyond the Strand event, which is celebrating the studio's 10th anniversary. I will be there day one. Kojima is the GOAT.
OD?
I can't wait to see what he got. Yeah, Coat. That
Probably
could
get
be
an
it.
update on OD. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say
OD
so.
for sure.
And what else he's working on?
He got I think he got another like horror game he wanted to work on. I've been seeing a few.
There's another
conflicting
project
reports.
he's working on. Yeah.
Yeah. All
He's a busy man.
He is a busy man, a talented man too, man. I'm a glazing.
Hey man, shout out to him breaking them Konami shackles, man.
Facts.
And being able to do what he wants.
Yeah.
Man.
Shout out. I know who won't be putting out unpolished games. Kojima. Fuck out of here. Shout out to him.
No. Yeah.
They might be weird.
Yeah.
They're gonna work.
Yeah, it would be.
Yep. They're gonna work for sure. Now, this next piece of news I found a little funny because it was like, why the fuck was you still there? Anyway, Initiative Studio head
Winding
Daryl
it down, I think,
Ballinger,
winding down the studio.
Yeah, has announced on LinkedIn that he's leaving Xbox. He expressed his pride in the work done by the development team, a Perfect Dark remake, despite his final cancellation by Microsoft. I don't give a fuck. We didn't see much of the game, and what we did see was a vertical slice. You had 10 years of nothing. 7, 8 years.
Wait, he put down Perfect Dark as like a thing? Like
I don't know why he would.
Of sorts?
Yeah, I don't know why he would, personally. Okay. I wouldn't even want that on my resume.
I don't exactly.
But you know, Microsoft the big bad wolf, so they can get away with.
Probably some good learnings from the development there of things that they wanted to put into the game and like figure out and stuff that he'll move forward into other projects, because he did such a good job with the Tomb Raider reboot. I just wish they'd given and I wish we knew a little bit more around what led to the cancellation of the game. Was it just they don't think it was ever going to get finished, or big money pit? Who knows? And I don't think we're going to find out anytime soon. But he was probably still hanging around because there was that chance negotiations of another company potentially picking up the IP or the game to continue on. But I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, I kind of guessed he would be moving on from here, right? He's a studio. He doesn't have a studio anymore.
Mhm.
Now, this was interesting, right? Xbox Nina Sato Kato has been promoted to managing director of Xbox Asia following a successful 2 years rebuilding Xbox footprint with Japanese developers. And I think this is a well-earned promotion from her. It might not be where people want it to be, but Microsoft has made leaps and strides in building a relationship with the Eastern devs over there, whether that's Square Enix with them bringing more Final Fantasies over, or just some of the back end projects that they may be working on. So I like what both PlayStation and Xbox has going on with focusing on some of those Eastern devs, because it is some talent over there, whether it's the Wukong Black Myth game or Stellar Blade. Some devs over there, whether it's
Yeah.
Japan, Korea, China.
I mean, that kind of leads into that other topic that we've got listed further down, but I think it's a good chance to talk about it now very quickly. Was that job listing in China to do with the Xbox, and I think that's you're just seeing more of what's happening in that space and how they're wanting to expand and really work with these developers, but also work with the markets themselves and build a I guess a foundation in those places for these Xbox games and for this Xbox ecosystem and all that. So
Yeah.
very impressed. They've done a
Shout
lot
out
of
to
hard
her.
work.
Yep. And there's a lot more work to be done. So a lot more work to be done. We're just getting started. All right. So next thing is Ghost of Yotai budget will similarly be the same as Ghost of Tsushima, reportedly around $60 million, which
not
is
bad.
huge, especially when you compare Spider-Man 1 was 90 million to develop, 2 was 300 million, huge jump. Horizon 1 was 60 million, Horizon 2 was 112 million, huge jump. Last of Us 1 was 20 million, Part 2 was 240 million. So when you look at the financials and costs, man, and that's
They're
a
learning
lot of
something.
they're
Looks like
learning something, and they're efficient. They're fucking efficient as well. When you can make a sequel to a hugely successful game and not quadruple and double the budget, I appreciate that. And also, I don't know if I put it in, but the pre-orders for the game is doing really well. Here it is. Ghost of Yotai tops PlayStation pre-orders in multiple countries. The deluxe edition is outselling the base game in 11 different countries. It looks like it's going to be another huge PS5 hit for Sony. And I can't wait. I love fucking Ghost of Tsushima. I'm excited as hell for Yotai.
I thought I saw something that said it was supposed to be behind Tsushima though. Tsushima.
And what the budget?
No, the pre-orders is behind Tsushima, which would make sense anyway, but
Yeah, it
I
wouldn't
don't know.
surprise me. That's true.
Because I mean, one of them came like this a whole nother generation now.
Yeah. And it's a saturated market this year alone, man. I mean, even with just what Assassin's Creed Shadows, I think that's a really good game. I'm not surprised if it is behind. So we'll see how it all plays out.
I wouldn't be surprised if, like, a lot of the mass majority don't even know about the game for real.
Yeah.
They'll find out later when everyone's talking about how good it is.
Yeah. You know how them casuals do.
Yeah, they'll catch up.
They'll catch up. Yeah. So shout out to Yotai for those who care. I know I'm in there day one, pre-ordered it, and I might spend the extra 10 to just upgrade my deluxe to the deluxe like a night before it come. Why not? Okay, so next piece of news, which is dope. Final Fantasy VII Remake. You're gonna love this one, Becca. Final Fantasy VII Remake Entry Gate has been announced to be coming to Xbox on PC, and it's a part of Xbox Play Anywhere on January 22nd, 2026. Now, I do love Final Fantasy VII Remake. I didn't care for Rebirth, and I'll probably rebuy this on PlayStation. I mean, on Xbox to play it a second time, because I don't know if I'll replay it on PlayStation, but I will replay. See, that's the thing. I'll replay games, but I don't really replay them on the same system. So I have no problem with replaying Dragon's Dogma 2 if it's on the Pro. or if it's on the Switch or PC, if I get a PC or something. But if I'm just gonna replay the same game on the same system, unless I'm going for the full completion, it don't really happen too much unless it's just something I love, like Skyrim or something. Are you gonna check out Final Fantasy VII Remake, Panda, when it comes to Xbox?
We'll see. We will see. I'm just not a big Final Fantasy fan, and I feel like that's just how I am. But
Nothing is wrong with that.
yeah, nothing's wrong with that. I don't know. Like, I might listen to how you guys feel about the game before I decide if I'm going to pick it up or not. Because I know that some people absolutely love the original and have really enjoyed this one, but I don't really engage with some of those circles. So maybe I'll hear it from people I actually engage with to understand what their thoughts are and see if they think it's worth picking up. Because I tried Final Fantasy 16, which is obviously a different game, but I didn't really enjoy it. So yeah, it's me.
I enjoy 16, but I think it didn't have the best pacing.
It was more around the character just felt like he was super heavy and
all right,
like
not
that.
not too much on Clive because he's better than Cloud. All right.
Yeah, I know, but I just didn't like that aspect of it. And
yeah,
and I mean, even a little bit in Borderlands 4.
How creative, Cloud, Clive.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Square.
The next one's going to be Clown.
Calvin. Right. All right. August was August was the month of Helldivers 2 and Battlefield, with both shooters surging high on revenue and playment engagement on the charts, respectively. Safe to say that the Xbox launch has helped, like everybody and their mother should have expected it to. Such a great game, highly recommended. Everybody on the panel love Helldivers. We've all been playing it. The chat, I'm pretty sure a handful of people have been playing it. Don't know why you haven't gotten it yet, Becca. I want to shoot you in the back in that game. Dying Light, the Beast, has set a new peak of 115K concurrent players on Steam for the launch weekend. Good numbers for a game that started out as DLC. Yo, Spartan said Cliff. Nah, that's a fact.
Fucking love it. I love that. It's so
man.
good.
That's so
Cloud, Clive, Cliff.
For real. Final Fantasy 17 confirmed Cliff is the, But shout out to Dying Light, the Beast. Chat, has anybody played the game? Do you guys plan on checking it out? I know me and Lyric like Techland, but I'm definitely going to be waiting for
I'm definitely going to get the game. It's just a matter of when. Like, I'm just a Dying Light junkie. I have to have the games, even if I'm not playing them.
Yeah.
Are you going to wait to see how it performs?
Well, I'll tell you right now, it's blurry.
Well,
everywhere.
I'm part of the problem. Because it's Dying Light, I'm going to get it regardless. So, even if it doesn't perform well. But I also have faith in Techland. So, Techland, they stay on their games.
Yeah,
they are pretty good. I will agree with you there.
And they're really big on giving away content, especially if anything is wrong. Anytime.
I think they switched to UE5, which I'm not liking because I liked it, their own engine they had personally, flaws and all.
Yep.
When you go from 120 modes, 4K unbalanced, all these modes that was in Dying Light 2, that granted they came later in the life, but they came nonetheless. And now we go to these new consoles where we only got 2 modes, performance and quality.
Later on, y'all gonna be happy that these folks moved to UE5, man. This is the growing pains.
Hopefully one day.
But in a year, and when everybody
are you saying these developers are going through puberty?
Yeah.
My only thing to that, Larry, is we're fucking 5 years into this generation, my nigga. How long this generation gonna be over by the time we get the UE5 games, nigga? We spent a generation beta testing
games
UE5.
have we gotten like earlier? Like we're just seeing UE5 games, like for real. Because remember, when they showed UE5, that was way back in the Matrix demo.
Once they
we didn't get no games
UE5
like that.
and developers get used to UE5, we'll have UE6.
Right, and that's gonna be taxing as fuck on the new consoles.
That's that's usually how it works anyway.
Yeah, it does.
Because once everybody perfected 4,
this
when we got 5.
We will.
Yeah, because the tech behind UE5, once they get it all the way down, it's gonna benefit us.
Once it's more mature, yeah.
Nanite is like definitely one of the better things that is coming out of UE5. And once everything has been, once they get a handle on it, we're gonna be happy that they went ahead.
Yeah,
We went through these small growing pains early, and then it's gonna come out the other end. I think
agreed.
so. But I
Totally
am a
agree.
fan of people. I'm a
I
fan of
don't
these
agree.
studios using their own proprietary engines as well too.
You grifter, Nero.
Now, that
I
sounds
just
like
think,
y'all grifting for UE5. Fuck that engine.
Oh,
man,
no,
look,
I
Unless it's
think
look,
being used by indies.
I
and
mean,
look at
AA.
look at some of
not
some of
everyone
the
can be
great games
Cliffy
that came
B at
out
the
with it.
beginning of what UE3,
Look at,
where he just delivered the best game that engine had ever made, and no one else really kind of like. He took advantage of that engine right at the like beginning of it for their what is it, Gears of War, and other developers and studios were struggling to get UE3 working the same way. And so I guess it's just not everyone can be Cliffy B.
Yeah.
it's just that these studios they're trying to use every part of UE5 and then maxing it out. And once they find their middle ground of like what works, what we can't do too much of, and stuff like that,
That's
they'll
why I
figure it
think
out
you've got
because
to.
we got some good ones.
That's why I think you've got to build the foundations out and make sure that the game is just really good as a base, like with what you can,
Hmm.
and then start adding the additional bells and whistles on top
Hmm.
of that. But if you try and add everything in, it might be cool and it sounds great, but like you also need to make sure that you're delivering a polished product at the end of the day.
At the
And
end of the day,
yeah,
That's all we can ask
I,
for.
I feel like a lot of these
that's all
studios
we ever
probably
asked
started.
for.
I feel
It's a
like a lot of these
Polished
flawless
studios
project.
game.
started their games in UE4, and then when 5
Yeah.
came out, they just said, "Oh, let's switch," and that's why we're getting a lot of these games that aren't utilizing it well because they
What would have
just
been a good one? You look at Borderlands, and it's on UE5. And I know we're talking about Borderlands a lot today, but you look at the what? Oh my God, why can't I think of what it was? The one that they did before that.
see
About
like
the
Borderlands. I
Tiny
know
Tina's
is better things
Wonderland
coming out.
was on UE4,
Yeah,
right?
4,
It
yeah.
would have been really good to use Tiny Tina's Wonderland on UE5 as a test to kind of get them used to the new changes with the engine, and by the time you deliver Borderlands 4, you're already kind of pretty competent at
Custom to
delivering a
what you have to
polished,
do.
optimization, all of that. That's kind of what they needed, was a smaller game that they could still deliver a Borderlands-ish experience in the world, but obviously Tiny Tina Wonderland. And
I
then
think
for your
it just
full
rushing.
franchise game, you know how to work on that engine. And I
Yeah,
think
that would
some
have
of
been
these
perfect.
studios aren't
Take
doing
your
it. Yeah,
time.
that would have been perfect,
Take your
but they
time.
didn't.
A lot of them just rushing into it, and they dealing with the growing pains of rushing into it.
Yeah.
But I think they're walking, so later on other studios can run. So there you go.
Yes, Spartan. It is an adolescence time for those developers.
My only
100.
thing with testing the with them learning the UE5 engine and stuff like that, which I 100% agree with, y'all still wanting full price. So y'all
Yeah.
learning the engine while still wanting full price for these games, and I get it. That's just how things
You
work.
still
You
have
know
to
what I'm
pay the
saying?
developers full price, right? In the sense of they still are doing the work, so I guess they have to compensate that way. But it's
We're
bullshit.
at
Just
this point
spend a
we're
little
just
bit
paying
more
the
time on the
developers
game.
to finish the games.
Yeah, that's what
We're
we're
not
doing.
paying for the game. We're paying them to finish it.
Yeah, you playing
We're
to get in
paying
on
their
early
salaries.
access.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it feel like.
What are we next on our list?
All right, well, we got some quick, review scores. Sonic Cross World reviews, man. I really want this, man. I want this game bad as fuck. Is sitting at a nice 83 Open Critic, 83 Metacritic, pretty good reviews. IGN, that we don't give a fuck
83
about,
is
gave it a
good.
9 out of 10. For me, it is.
I was told 83 wasn't good.
I mean,
Isn't that what Ghost of Tsushima got? 83?
That's
yep.
I'm just saying that these goofy people that don't play games and look at an 83 that is actually really good not being a good
I thought
score for some reason.
80, like if you get an 87, like your game's done. It's absolute trash. Like it has to be
Yeah.
90 or nothing else, right?
Yeah, it's always that. If you don't have at least an 88 or better, your game is dumpster fire.
Yeah, basically.
Chat, is anybody
Yeah,
else going to check out Sonic Racing Cross Worlds? I played the
I
demo.
played the
Fun as
demo.
fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely fun.
I'll be honest, I'm not a
Definitely.
Sonic fan.
Yep.
So I
Not
won't be
missing out on nothing.
Yeah,
Not missing out on nothing.
exactly.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna slander Sonic on my time. So Dying Light, the Beast reviews is sitting at a nice and mid 78 on Metacritic and an 82 on OpenCritic. Sonic is better, the better pickup.
Say what? Is what on Metacritic?
78.
Oh,
Yeah.
82 on
terrible
80
game.
OpenCritic
That's a
though.
horrible game.
Yeah,
78,
definitely not
that's
worth your
That's
time.
quite a disparity, like four points between them. Usually they're very OpenCritic and Metacritic are usually pretty close, maybe 1 point or 2 points, but 4 points in like difference. Interesting. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's probably changed since we last put that up.
And that's it for the reviews.
Demo, I agree. No.
Talking about Sonic.
I don't know. I'm gonna take it
he's
that
talking.
way.
He's talking about Dying Light
Dying
for
Light.
sure.
Talking about Sonic.
Unlike you guys, Demo
I
is a
skipped
man
it, too.
approacher. He appreciates Sonic.
I
I speak
skipped
for
it,
you
too.
on your behalf. If
I
I'm
ain't
wrong,
gonna- I ain't-
Demo, don't
Help
put it in
me
the chat.
so
Just tell me behind the
Discord.
scenes. I need all the Sonic
I
allies I
skipped
can
it
get.
too. Just go play Speedstorm.
Hey, facts, Spartan. Facts.
I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not with.
are we
Like,
really
I
gonna
love
do
the
this?
kart
Like,
races.
come on now. Mario Kart is literally the GOAT of kart.
Yeah,
Come
it
on,
is.
Demo.
It
You
is
ain't
the
have to put
goat.
that in the chat, bro.
That
Keep it a
or
buck.
Diddy Kong Racing, but they never did a new one.
It's Mario, it's Diddy, and then it's Diddy Kong.
Yeah, thank you for adding that. We're getting canceled today,
Mario.
guys. I'm kidding.
I swear, we're out of here. I'm surprised we didn't just get shut down right then. Mario, any Donkey Kong version, and then Crash. We know those are the goats of kart races.
He
That's what I'm talking
clarified
about,
for you,
Demo.
Nero. He clarified for you,
That's what I'm
Nero.
talking about, Demo.
I don't care anymore.
Nero's like burnt to the ground.
I'm over it. You guys have bad taste. Of course, the ones that bought Borderlands 4 is downplaying Sonic. I'm not surprised. He said, "Nero, grow up." Ah, man, come on, man. You know what? I'm about to post some Sonic Frontiers highlight and tag you in every clip tonight, Demo.
Oh my god!
All right, let's get
Great.
into the meat
Love
of
it. I
the
love
meat
it.
and potato of the shows, guys. We don't got too many main topics, but we got some
What
juices.
y'all all waiting on?
Right, the good old gloom and doom, man. Somebody tell Coach Eastwood he can accept that invite now. Pull on up. Becca, favorite YouTube content creator. It's funny how Becca be on my neck when I criticize Xbox. I didn't see you in the fucking Coach Eastwood comments when he gloomed and doomed.
Go jump on him.
Yeah, go jump on him. He glooming and dooming way more than I ever gloomed and doomed. It's crazy. Matter of fact, can we bring up Colt tweet? Because this tweet kind of is my sentiment. Truth be told, like shout out Colt, by the way. Like I'm not even like trolling and hating on him. Me and his sentiments kind of align on this one specific thing. I don't agree with a lot of things.
We gotta search for it.
All right, so we got Microsoft is raising the prices of Xbox consoles yet again, the second time this year. Yet again, in the U.S. due to, and I quote, change in macroeconomic. I can't. Them niggas is using big words. I don't. Macroeconomics. Look at Microsoft over there. Series S is going from $379 to $399. The Series X digital is up from $599, same, to $650. The Series X digital is going from $550 to $600, and the 2 terabyte Series X is $799, officially $50 more than the PS5 Pro. Now, how is you guys gonna defend that, Becca? Come on in. How the fuck is y'all gonna defend a 2 terabyte Series X being fucking $800 in the big 2025?
Yeah, jump space. I'm definitely getting that too.
Which tweet? Is it the Microsoft is ridiculously greedy tweet? Is it the tweet?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I found it.
And I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I'm on Microsoft neck, if they just kept their mouth shut and didn't do the $80 game shit, even though they walked it back, and the reason them walking it back proves that it was just greed to begin with. Because if it was really due to high cost of development, this, that, and the third, and Outer Worlds 2 was so costly, they would have stuck to their guns and kept it at 80. But no, they was being greedy fucks. And shout out to Aaron Greenberg, right? Because he liked my tweet. I said, I'm happy you guys walked back that silly decision of pricing Outer Worlds 2 at 80. You would have outpriced a lot of the fans who supported it day one. He liked that tweet. That's him acknowledging that it was a silly fucking decision. So if the higher ups can acknowledge that it's a silly decision, why the fuck can't none of the fan base? You guys got to stop defending shit. Start defending what's best for you and your fucking wallet, yo. It's greed mixed in with these tariffs. It's not just all Trump. Fuck Trump. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it's my opinion. It's free speech.
We just got canceled again.
I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying because everybody want to use him as a cop out. I'm like, yes, he is the problem with these prices. But can we not pretend like Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony isn't fucking greedy as well?
Yeah, they are.
These tariffs can be reversed tomorrow. Trump can be shaking hands in China and saying everything is being reversed. Guess what? These prices won't be reversed.
Mm-hmm.
The Nintendo Switch 2 and the PS5 Pro is the only consoles on the market that's worth what they're asking for right now. Price increases and all, even with the Pro going up to $750. These are the only two fucking consoles on the market right now with some form of new technology in it. DLS is a new technology to the console market. We have not had that. FSR4/PSSR is a new technology to the XNS. Dated. It's like, the fuck, man. It's like you guys really don't want you. I mean, every fucking quarter the hardware is down tremendously. This is telling me, like Lyric said to start the show, they don't want you to buy the hardware. They don't give a fuck. If they did, they would take a bite. They would try to like
buy the digital versions of everything. Those are the cheaper versions. The cheaper versions are all the digital versions. They're trying to push everyone to buy nothing but digital versions.
And then you're forced to buy the more expensive games because physical is where you can get a slightly cheaper version, right?
They don't want to do physical no more. We already know that. They're trying to move completely away from that.
They about to give
so if they can push these disk drive consoles and these external disk drives up as much as they can, they don't care because they don't want you to have them. They don't want to have to make them. So yeah, you can't defend. And I mean, I don't agree with Cole Eastwood a lot either. But one thing I do agree with this, and I agree with the wording that people got to realize. He said Microsoft is ridiculously greedy. Xbox is not trying to do that. It's Microsoft. It's Satya. The ones that look at everything as numbers. They don't look at nothing else. It's just numbers on top of numbers. So don't go around here talking about Phil this and Sarah this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with them. It's Satya. At the end of the day, Microsoft look at Xbox as an asset. That's it. And and it's up to the ones that's ahead of that are ahead in Xbox to try to make it palatable for us. But you can't get past this. Like we know the tariffs are here. Like we had a price increase one time already, based off these tariffs. So here we have another one, and Microsoft will they'll try to justify. Oh well, PlayStation just went up 50, so we're just going up 50. No. We ain't trying to hear none of that.
I think the hardest thing for me to see is it's just the United States for it, which does explain around the tariff aspect of it. Yeah. But like, if you don't think that's probably
they only selling in the US, to be fair.
But in the numbers that they sell over there in the US, in the numbers they sell, yes. But it's just interesting around that, like, because we had when the announcement when the prices increased back in May, fucking like lost our shit at Microsoft and how greedy it is. And I kind of implied like this is an indication where you're going to start seeing next gen prices being quite ridiculously high. And based on the rumored specs of the next gen hardware, yes, we are. And they're just trying to lessen that blow. I'm just disappointed that this generation, time and time again, has been about price increases for hardware. No other generation has kind of gone through what if this generation has gone through. But it's just, that's not what we're used to. Components get cheaper over time, especially if you've made a lot of them. usually technology gets cheaper over time. It hasn't been. They've just been putting the prices up. I'm over it. It might not affect me right now because I'm not in the United States. But if we don't think that there's another price increase coming worldwide, then you guys are stupid if you're just going, hey, it's just
Yeah.
the United States, because that's not the reality we're living with. Oh, we've seen time and time again that these companies are putting these prices up worldwide everywhere, and they seem to be doing it at different markets at a different time. I'm just disappointed that they're doing it specifically in the US because of how big that market is for them around being able to actually sell consoles. It also makes it harder to be hyped for the potential of the ROG Xbox handheld that's coming out, because you don't know what the prices are going to be for that, especially what's going to be delivered in the United States compared to the rest of the world. Technology, or just gaming in general, is becoming, I feel like, out of touch with the consumer base. We're all feeling the pinch, regardless of what you're buying, whether it is just groceries, whether you're paying power bills. And then some people, some people go on nice trips overseas, but some people can't afford to do that. And so they put their money into gaming to experience something. And it's just bullshit. I think
Yeah,
the whole
you
thing's
can't.
bullshit. And I'm sick of this conversation. That's all we've been talking about the last few years, about price increase, price increase, price increase. When are we going to hear
Price increase
discounts?
while we're getting delays after delay after delay.
Wait, after the show, there's going to be announcement of another price increase.
And my thing is
Like
also,
that's sort of what we're in.
I'm tired of the dumb rhetoric from the green and blue side. It's like, oh well, you guys didn't say anything when PlayStation increased it, bro. If I'm an Xbox only fan, why the fuck would I speak and give a fuck about what a system I don't play or care about is doing? Of course, Xbox fans should bitch and complain when Xbox get price increases. Of
Yep.
course, PlayStation fans should bitch and complain when they get price increases. The people that are being affected by it should be the ones yelling it. You got to stop policing the community of how we should voice our opinions to companies we spend hundreds of dollars on a year, hundreds and thousands of dollars on throughout generations. It's like, shit not cool, bro. It's
We
not cool.
bitched
You effectively trying to kill the and my thing is, if you can't get current gen prices down, why the fuck are we talking about next gen? I mean,
Yep.
I think this console
All
could
out.
be extended extra 2-3 years. I think the average console is what, 7 years. I think this console generation can go 3
I
past
think
that.
I think what makes it even
It's
more
going to anyway,
diabolical.
though, right?
Oh yeah,
What
with the
make,
cross generation for sure.
I think that's what it makes it more diabolical is the fact that we're entering the position in the gen where where everybody is moving towards current gen only games. So we're kind of getting to that point where the cross gen development is not going to really be a thing. We already know Xbox has started moving away from it, but PlayStation is. I mean, we're getting to that point where they're probably moving away from it as well and making current gen only games. And when you're increasing these prices of these consoles now, anybody that was on a last gen console that is forced to have to get one if they want to play these games are now going into at a price point that's
I think they need to
$150
wait
more
for
than what we
next
paid for.
gen. I think if you want to look at potential
And cloud is not the
upgrading,
answer.
I don't think it's worth potentially, if you haven't upgraded to this point, I don't think it's worth upgrading for this current generation yet. I think you're better to look at seeing what next gen does, because they've got backwards compatibility, because you're probably going to get more bang for your buck for next gen than you are for this, because the price of the current gen hardware has continued to go up and up, and you're not getting anything more. Spartan put in the chat, Sony is well, we talked about last week or the week before about the PlayStation selling with a smaller hard drive. Even though they've been doing 1 terabyte, they've probably still got some of those original base model SSDs sitting around, so they're going to try and get rid of those. But you're still charging the same price, but giving less, and that's the biggest thing, is you're still charging the same, like you're charging more, but you're not giving us anything more. What are we getting out of it as a consumer? And I hate the argument that people have of going, I've already picked up my system because it doesn't impact me. It does impact you later down the line.
Yeah,
Because
I highlighted Lord Roughness only because you said this don't affect me and you. The only reason I disagree is because life is unpredictable and these consoles are unpredictable. At any fucking moment, your Series
My
X can
console's gonna
decide
die.
to stop giving a read into the HDMI. The port can go out. The power supply inside can die. These systems are but 4 or 5 years old. I had mine since launch. Same shit with the Pro. The Pro just came out, but my console, it could get weird and brick at any moment. So with that being said, if my Series X was to die tonight, I gotta go spend $200-300 more to replace this console that than what it was when I bought it day one. So these tariffs do affect everyone, whether you have it or not. Life is unpredictable. You can have a crazy storm that shoots your power out, and now your console done got shorted or something. You know, these
Yep.
consoles aren't built to last forever. You know what I'm saying? They do take cheap routes on certain parts in these consoles to get them the price that they want. The HDMI port is one of them. The HDMI port in these is allegedly cheaper than what was in the PS4 and the Xbox One generation. So yeah, it don't affect us in the aspect of we already have our console, but it do affect us, Lord Roughness, in the aspect of if our console somehow was to brick or just stop working, which really happens a lot. A lot of people I know has had to get replacement consoles. Then we're gonna be fucked. We're gonna be screwed.
I think it's more than just that, Nero. I think everyone, regardless of whether you've got a system or not, needs to speak up because you're still a consumer at the end of the day. So yes, there's a chance. End of the day, yes, there's a chance that you may need to pick up another piece of hardware if yours dies. But it's just so stupid going, why should it be the only people complaining about the price changes are the people who haven't yet bought the hardware? We should all be asking for better. We should all be telling these companies that putting these prices up is not okay. And that's the thing, regardless of whether you got the hardware or not, you should all be making a stand or complaining
That's a
around
fact,
this
because
crap.
especially when you think about the fact that we're the ones that know it is being increased. Think about how many people out there haven't looked at a current gen console. They wasn't thinking about upgrading, and now they're thinking about upgrading. That's the price they know.
Yep.
They're not looking into the news of it being up. It's been the prices went up. They just looking into it like, oh well, you know what? I think I want me a Series X now. I've been playing on
Mm.
this One X this whole time, and now there's some games that I actually want to check it out. When I'm giving me a Series X, and now they're looking at it at
Yeah,
seven hundred
the
and fifty
Do
dollars.
you look at the
the
trade-in
homie B
prices aren't
more.
going up?
The
You're
homie B more just said that he's been loving his Series S. What if he sees something impressive from Xbox next year? And he like, well, damn, I wouldn't mind getting a Series X. What are we supposed to tell people like that? Because y'all do realize it is more Series S's sold than Series X's right now. Some of those people may want to upgrade from the S when GTA 6 drop. And if you tell those Series S owners, hey, do you want to spend $800, $700, $600 for a Series X, or do you want to spend that same $700 for a Pro? And now you got both consoles, still a Series S and a Pro. It's like that's the common sense to do because I couldn't recommend nobody, no family, no friend, or nothing to go buy a Series X for what it is right now. And you're right, Lord Roughness. Life is too short to talk about if. But the last if I'm gonna speak on is if my Series X is breaking, I'm not buying another Xbox. I love Xbox. I'm not doing it. I would rather take that $700, buy another Pro for my living room, and call it a day, or go buy a Switch, or save up and start just save for the next gen Xbox. It is what it is. It's the better deal. Y'all might not want to admit it, but day one with the PS5 Pro being $700, it was still a better deal. People just fucking denial, and I mean it is what it is. These prices is ridiculous. And Sony, you're not slick either. Charging the same price damn near for 800 fucking usable gigabyte. Come on, man.
SSD.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. That's come on, man. Like, get the fuck
It's
out of here.
scummy. It's scummy behavior. They just want to keep their profit margins where they are. And we're going to continuously complain about prices going up because this isn't the end of it. It really isn't. And because they know that they can get people to buy them at the higher price, if they choose, like, if they ever choose to, like, the cost of manufacturing gets lower, do you think they're going to drop it anytime soon? I mean, they might want to, but whether or not Microsoft is going to let them is a different conversation. Yeah, I just don't see it. You want to get people into your ecosystem.
Xbox wants
Stop
to.
making it harder
Microsoft don't
to.
care about that.
Yeah.
Microsoft is just looking at it like we sell less consoles, so we need to sell them at a higher price. That's
we
the
need to put
whole
our
thing
games
behind those.
everywhere because we're not selling our
That's
consoles.
that's all. That's what I mean. What we know, the tariffs, and that's a big part of it as well. But they're looking at the numbers. If I sell less of a product, then it makes more sense to charge it at a higher price, because then that's how I make up. That's why PlayStation doesn't have to keep jumping, because they sell so many. So they can
Mm.
jump. They can go up marginally because they sell more. And when they sell more, if I sell, yeah, I'm selling twice the many units, then I don't have to sell it at a higher price. Whereas if I'm selling half of the units, what I'm saying, I need to sell it at a higher price
So it's
for it
bulk
to be there.
bulk buy type situations, eh? Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just disappointing to see. All right.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about it.
I
Everyone's
think we're
complaining
all in
about it.
agreement. We don't. No,
Yeah.
nobody rock
I'm
with
not
that.
happy about it.
Like,
I don't care that it's just the United States because it currently doesn't impact New Zealand, but it will eventually. This is going to keep happening. Yeah. All right. What is next on our list? I don't even know anymore.
All right, it was about Battlefield Dev saying the Series S was struggling to run but needed more optimization, and it made the game smoother across all platforms. Super solid and performant on the Series S and will run at a smooth 60 frames per second.
That's
Larian
what we
said the
want to hear.
similar things with what you call it, Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate.
So this is pretty on par. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
which is beautiful, because Larian is not a huge studio in comparison to like a Dykes EA type studio. So we're seeing two different spectrums of of studios saying, "Hey, when you just take your time and actually, you
And,
know, do
and for,
put in the work, it
yeah.
will." And because, like you said earlier, Panda, if you work from the bottom end, the shorter end of it naturally is going to make everything else better. 'Cause if I make it run on this, then that means when I'm trying to get it run on the better consoles, I can add more because I know
Yeah,
it's
because you got way
running.
more
Definitely.
room.
Yeah,
You got
you
way
got
more room.
room. You got
Overhead, yeah. I think it's just interesting, but I also found it interesting that people are like, see, the Series S is holding back gaming. I'm like, I think the Series
floor
S is
roughness
making
is
it
crazy.
better for other games, right? And that's just showing like if you can like I'm sure developers who have created Series S ports and who have then had to go on to create a Switch port has found that the optimization they learnt how in that space helped. And that'll go for creating a Switch port and then delivering a Series S port over. Just those optimization issues, all of that helps indeed. Yeah. Nero, anything else you want to add to that?
Thank you, Lord Roughness, for another 5, man. I hear you, brother Nero,
Oh,
but
damn.
we are not gonna talk about the PS5 scam as an example. I mean, we talked about it last week, man. Look, y'all can't ignore all the negative shit I say about PlayStation, but hang on to every little thing I say about Microsoft and Xbox. I know the truth hurt, guys. I know it hurts, but I got that shotgun of truth. Like what's in the, you listen to this song to start the show. Shotgun of truth, man. Sometimes that shit hurt, man, but it's the
Let's
truth,
keep it a
man.
buck. All of these consoles as a whole are scams.
Big
Thank you,
time.
Spartan.
At the end of the day, it's just a
Gifted 5
necessary
membership.
scam for us to enjoy this gaming thing as a console game. But all of them, they're not given. They're not. None of them do what they were supposed to be doing in the first place, or what they told us they were going to do.
New
And we
Panda.
know that's part of its own studios and stuff, but at the same time,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm not surprised that the Series S led to better optimization. It has been most of this gen, despite people hating on it. I think it's a dope little console. I don't think it's worth it now at the price that it's
Mm.
sitting at. I would much rather tell you spend a couple extra hundred, get a PS5 or a Series X or a Nintendo Switch. But for what it was asking for price wise, man, it was, you can't deny the value. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft is looking to expand and strengthen partnership with developers and publishers in China, as per hiring post for business development lead. Um, Man, I
Lord,
mean, Laura
said they
Ruffin said, "Don't
remind
mind." Hey, man, send
say
me a
this.
fucking PlayStation gift card so I can play Borderlands with you, man. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Hey,
you said you didn't want to
ball
play
up.
it because it was
No,
trash,
no, 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 no,
man.
no, 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 no. I said I didn't
You
want to
just didn't
buy
want to
it. I
pay
said I
for
didn't.
it.
Exactly, exactly. There's a difference between
You
not
just
wanting
didn't
to
want to
play a
spend
game
his
and not wanting
money.
to buy it. Exactly. I want to spend Lord Ruffness money on Borderlands. Sponsor the review, man. Nah. Look, me personally, I love what Sony is doing with the China Hero. project they got going on. You know, we got Stellar Blade from that. We got Lost Soul Aside, 2 games I enjoyed. So if Microsoft is doubling down and investing in China as well, I say go for it. As you can see with the tweet in the background,
Money
Wu
hat,
Chang.
money hats and games, please, and just do what they place. No, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's
Nah,
fair.
they need them to further push the PC cloud,
The play
PC and
anywhere, that's
cloud.
what we need.
Yeah, the whole play anywhere. Because and when you look at like China's as a demographic, they're not
They're
really
PC,
console
PC,
heavy.
PC. Yeah.
They're PC. Yeah, they're very heavily PC. So that fits right into what Microsoft and Xbox wants to do with their outreach.
Because
So
if they could get those
it's
play anywhere, you
hmm
can buy your game through PC or console, and you can take it either way with you, and I think that's really good.
so you can get a lot. They do a lot of mobile
Thanks.
gaming as well. So if you can get them to get on there and play Game Pass games on they mobile devices and stuff.
Did you
Oh
see what he
man,
said? Yeah, not too late. I'll play
yeah.
Borderlands with Panda. Honestly, I have been pretty bad though. I'll run off because I'm so clued in on just zoned in on the game that I forget about anything else going on. So yeah,
Mhm.
I get real fixated on that game. It's a good game.
But
I
I
agree.
think we
Be more
all
gamer.
agree China's good.
Mm.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a good point because for most people, it's just another console. Like
it is just a
like we
console.
are really the ones that are really heavily into this FPS, ray tracing, and they
Noticing the
don't know
price
none of this.
increases, all
They don't
sorts.
know
Yeah.
none of this stuff, man. They just want to play the games. I have a friend that her daughter was playing what was it, Spider-Man the other day, and
Mm.
she didn't even know there was a difference. There was a graphics mode outside of fidelity. And I was like, you can put it on performance and it's gonna move smoother. She was like, how you do that? Like they like literally don't even don't how many people play their games and never touch the options?
What a pleb. No, I'm kidding.
For real, but do you think about there's so many people out there that literally play their games and never touch the options menu, especially not the
Yeah, I know.
visual and graphics section. So it's
Mm.
like as much as we complain about, oh, this game is 30, this game is 30, there's a lot of people out there don't even like to them. Of course, you can see the difference between 30 and 60, but they ain't thinking about that. They just playing the game. So
All right. What are we
a lot.
on? Okay. I don't
All
have
right.
much to add.
Last 2 pieces of news, man. We'll group it together. PlayStation says it aims to advance its position as creative leaders in single player experiences. And we also have a heavily rumored PlayStation showcase next week. We got Nate DeHate and a few other people collaborating this rumor. Take it with a grain of salt because that's right now is a rumor, no official announcement. The single player news is great news to me. That's what I love Sony for over the last generation or two is their single player games. Double down on that, keep them coming. I don't care for your multiplayer swingers and misses. Don't unless it's Helldivers 3 or Resistant reboot or Killzone reboot, something you already have that you can bring back to life. I don't really care too much, and I'm super excited for this alleged showcase. I hope it's true. Not getting my hopes up too high because you're not supposed to with these rumors. So yeah,
Mm.
see how it all plays out. Satya voice.
I think PlayStation has always been quite in a position or a creative lead in the single player experiences. And so we've seen them take a real big focus on those live service games, and it's nice to hear them redouble down back in on that. But it's just more of a, I think actions speak louder than words at this point, and I feel like a lot of us as gamers feel that when we see what's happening within the industry. Those who are really clued in like we are, just show us. Don't say the crap. Just do it. Just show us. I feel like if you could do that, then we can believe in what you're telling us, and then you will definitely get some W's out of it.
True,
I'm
true.
curious about the
Definitely.
Little
PlayStation Showcase
roughness,
next week, though. Yeah.
little roughness with another. Said that's what I've hated about this gen. It's like graphics hit a ceiling last gen, so we started talking about frame rates. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, That's
And
the buzzwords now.
it feel
Frame
like we
rates
walking
and
backwards. You
resolution.
know, the whole point of the one Series X, I mean the One X was native 4K. Now we get a Series X and everything is not native at all. It's
It's all the
upscaling, upscaling, upscaling.
fidelity, right? That's all it is them trying to push so much into the game,
Frame
but
rates
the
and
hardware
resolution.
isn't able to deliver it. So how do we do that? And you have these half steps. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you definitely feel like there's still a lot of compromise in those spaces. Yeah.
Can we just get back to making great games that are optimized? That's it.
Yeah. If
Like
every game was
I,
like Vampire Survivors, done.
I
I do love
love
that
my
game.
120 like anybody else. I love 60 like anybody else. But it doesn't matter if they can't hit them.
So
It
true.
Facts.
don't it don't matter. And the resolution, cool. As long as you ain't dropping down into some crazy numbers. Like a
Mm,
lot of our like I joke all the time, but a lot of our TVs are not like they're doing their own natural upscaling. So
yep.
or in monitors as well. So it's like even these 1080p's that is being come across our screens is not looking like 1080p.
Yeah.
So like as long as you're not dipping into these crazy resolution, just make the game work.
And I
Like
will say,
what's
bro,
going on?
no fucking game. I'm sorry, Techland. I fuck with y'all heavy, bro. Let me see what engine Dying Like the Beast is using, right? Because there's no way none of these games on the Series X or PS5 should be using 500 fucking p as the internal resolution to upscale. It's not a fucking upscaler in the world that can fucking say 500p being upscaled to a 4K image. This shit is ridiculous, man. Like at
720
some
should at
point,
least
man.
should be the bottom of the bottom, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Started from the
Because at
bottom.
least
Now we're
720, at least 720p is HD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
very least, but it is what it is. I just want the games to run, man. Put out good games. Be creative with your games and have them run properly. We're tired of having
Mm,
performance mode and it's dropping in the same frame numbers as
as
fidelity
quality.
mode
Yeah.
and quality mode. Like, what is wrong with you? At this point, we in the gym. We should be everything should be 40 or better anyway. But we ain't even gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Yep.
But
I agree. But that's our show, guys. This may be the shortest episode of Aim Down Sights, but as we mentioned, Panda has very important, awesome daughter things to do for her parents.
yeah,
And we also, guys, like I
I
wanted to
gotta go to
mention
my
this
other
anyway.
job.
Yeah, Larry got AI things to do. I got grifting things to do. Look,
Yeah.
guys, some episodes is gonna be short because this week I was trying my best to find like gaming news that's important to us and our audience. And the last couple of days I found some things, but before that, man,
Xbox heard
it
you
was
though.
looking
That's where
rough.
they put the console prices up. They're like,
Facts.
let's look after Nero and give him
They
another
said let's
topic.
throw Nero a bone.
I did want to. I want to say like not we definitely got to get into it, but
So
I think it
there
is
you go,
pretty dope.
chat. You can blame Nero for this. No, I'm kidding.
I think it's pretty dope that PlayStation announced that they're having their controllers be able to like simultaneously be able to be connected to different devices at a time,
I think that's a
so
really
you could be able to
good call
switch
out.
between them.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's coming.
better late
Or
than
it
Yeah,
might
never.
be here already.
Yeah, I think it's here already. It's here.
And that's pretty
that's good.
dope to be
I
able
feel
to
like
just
that.
press the button and be like, hey, I can switch it to my my PC, or then I can switch it back to my PlayStation, or switch
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
to my phone or whatnot. Like
Mm.
hell, we
Thank
can't
you,
even do that
Lord
on
Ruff.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Guys, I will ask real quick. Y'all know I'm humble. Man, we love you too, Lord Roughness. He said his favorite podcast, man. Demo said
Yeah,
stay
we definitely
longer.
love you too, man.
I
We
wish we
love your
could, man.
interactions, man. We love
I
we
mean,
love
It's
that.
my fault we're not
honestly,
staying longer,
we
to
can
be
let
fair.
Panda leave, and me and Larry could just shit on
Yeah, you can,
a
because
little
you just
bit.
need to chuck the outro on and you guys can
Yeah,
go.
and we're done. But sad part is, it's not much to talk about. So if it was, I would love to do that. I will say though, guys, since you want us to stay a little longer, please go check
Oh
out
man,
my
demo.
Chronos the New Dawn review. It's on the channel right here. If you're watching this on Twitter, take 2 seconds to go click the link. Even if you don't watch the whole thing, YouTube algorithm has been fucked lately. A lot of big YouTubers is complaining about it. Views has been down, and I really take my time in writing these reviews, man. Ever since my mom passed, I said, yo, I'm not gonna bullshit on the reviews. I'm gonna write them. I'm gonna give it, true effort. And as a middle finger to fuck you to IGN. Got to stay strong. But guys, Go
And
check
make sure
out the
y'all hit that
reviews,
like
man.
button
Yeah,
too.
hit that like button, share.
There's more people in here than there is likes.
Yeah,
Get together.
always more. Yeah, facts. Please support us, not just on Saturday. The channel got more than just this podcast, guys. Go hit that notification bell. We got some things in the work. And if you want more rant style videos, man, I just did a rant video for fucking Madden. It's hilarious. It's one of my first rant videos. I'm going to continue to do it. That's why I said, Lord Roughness, hook me up with Borderlands so I can have a rant for that video and say how it's the biggest scamming in gaming and how everybody who purchased it is the problem, while I'm not the problem, and gaslight the entire community.
Yeah, and then Nick minute he's like, oh my god, it's a good game.
You know what? It's a really good fucking game. Maybe you guys should get off Randy fucking back, dude. Game development isn't hard, yo. Like, what the fuck, yo? I played with Demo and
he's gonna go
and Panda. We had a swell time.
Gaslighter.
Yo, that might be my new name, man. Gaslighting everyone, man. Next gen gaslighter, yo. I like that. You know, we don't talk about politics on the show, Panda, and we're not going to talk about it.
Review.
Yeah, I should. Yeah,
talk about all the bad things in the game, but make them seem like they're positives.
Right. Nah, that's a fact. We don't talk about politics on this podcast, and we're not going to start. This is not a political discussion, but I just wanted to mention, Panda, the politicians have hijacked our fucking word. Don't call me next gen grifter anymore. Apparently, even on Twitter, some fucking governors and shit is using that word grifter to attack other opponents. I'm like, God damn, can we not have anything in this world?
No.
So
next they're gonna be capping and everything.
Facts. They're gonna be like, man, nah, Senator Barrett is capping his ass off.
They'll be like 360.
Hey, you really should do the gaslight thing, because it'll be pretty dope to have a Borderlands review and be like, hey, if your eyes be straining looking at 60 frames, but come on down to Borderlands
where
you get 34.
I tell you what, I might do something to really piss a lot of people off when I do get my hands on Borderlands. I'm gonna be like, Borderlands 4 isn't the problem, you is. And I'm gonna just gaslight everyone. I'm gonna be like, look, we all bought this game knowing it was gonna be a rough UE5 game. So don't bitch and be on Randy next.
I don't know about y'all. Personally, I'm tired of games at 60 frames. I'm tired of stable frames.
Yeah. I've gotten so used to fluctuating frames that when I see a smooth 60, it throws me off, man. Like I
need fluctuating frames. How do I know the game is running properly?
I love when the game
freezes
partway through. Yeah,
I can't see the game at different frames.
Say let Panda go.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's funny as hell, man.
Nah, I gotta get out of here myself, man.
Yeah, likewise.
Unfortunately,
all
man.
right.
Awesome show. Love you guys, man.
See you next week, and then. But everyone stay safe, enjoy gaming, and just have a great rest of your weekend. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate y'all coming through.